was on that Gonzaga team. That's how long it's been since the Huskies have beaten Gonzaga.
Well, and the defensive transition for the Huskies has been good here, forcing Gonzaga to not get as many opportunities in transition early in the shot clock. The Zags are 0 for 6 from 3 here in the second half, shooting just 26% from the field.
Nolan Hickman, and he stepped on the sideline, and Gonzaga turns it over.
And think about that number, though, 26%, 0 of 6 from 3. In the first half, they were 5 of 9 from 3, and overall shot 56% from the field.
And Nolan Hickman has not been the factor he was in the first half for the Zags.
And a lot of that goes to the defense of Washington. And they have been dialed in here.
And an offensive foul is Brooks. And Nolan Hickman says, hey, gas bags up there broadcasting the game, I'm contributing. And he draws the charge on Keon Brooks. That's his fourth.
Well, the question is, where are you going if you're Keon Brooks? I mean, Nolan Hickman's standing right in front of you.
Ryan Nembhard drives, finds an open Dusty Stromer. Kept alive by Watson. Ben Gregg thought about it.
That was a heck of a catch by Ryan Nembhard.
And the offensive foul, Ryan Nembhard the charge. His fourth foul with 1:48 to go.
Just trying to do a little bit too much. And we've seen it twice. That off arm, and you dip your shoulder and you extend off with the off-ball hand. They're going to call it every time.
Graham Ike comes back for Mark Few. Xavier Wheeler. 8 to shoot for the Huskies. Moses Wood, a tough step back three. And the rebound chased down by Anton Watson, his 13th rebound of the game. Ryan Nembhard in the paint. Had it stripped, loose ball. And a foul is called on Graham Ike of Gonzaga. Or is it on Ike? Ray Natilli, the official. Yes, it is Ike. And that's the fourth on Ike.
The last couple of possessions, Ryan Nembhard has just been trying to do a little bit too much. You know, there he gets so deep. I'd say go off a 2 and just shoot the floater over the top.
2 shots in the double bonus for Corin Johnson. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. 9 points off the bench. Johnson's played majority of the second half for Mike Hopkins.
Now Paul Mulcahy spent a majority of the second half on the bench.
One more for Johnson. And he gives the Huskies a 4-point lead with just over a minute to go. Graham Ike in the lane and lays it in, makes it a 2-point game, and a foul is called.
It should have been.
An and one for Ike. And it's on Frank Kepnong, his third.
He flew out of nowhere, but there was definitely contact coming from behind. You watch him fly into your screen. That is an easy call. Was not called on by the official underneath. It was called actually by the official near side to us.
Deldre Carr on the sideline made the call. Ike 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Rattles in, 1-point game. 1 minute to go.
Now Washington has to value the ball. Xavier Wheeler has got to be patient here and poised. Play off of 2.
Keon Brooks, and a foul is called, and Brooks will go to the line. Watson whistled for his second.
No, that's going to be on Dusty Stromer.
You're right, and he's fouled out.
That's his fourth
I take it
foul.
back. It's his fourth foul.
Yeah,
so 4 on Stromer.
Yeah, Stromer just reaches in.
So he's got 4. Ike has 4. And Ryan Nembhard has 4 for Gonzaga. Brooks now 3 for 3 from the line.
One possession game regardless of a make here.
And the Zags are out of timeouts. And a timeout for Washington leaves Mike Hopkins with 1.
I think this is a good timeout by Coach Hopkins. It gives him an opportunity, A, to get all of his defense set up exactly the way that he wants it. But maybe even more importantly is to calm his team and understand what they can do once they get the ball. Right? Because anticipate a foul, anticipate a trap, anticipate if they make a shot and it's a 2-point shot, full court pressure. Talk through all the scenarios that could happen here. Now, if you're Gonzaga, you're also sitting there saying, thank you for the timeout. We're going to set up exactly what we want to do at the offensive end of the floor. The last couple of times when they've come in this possession, they look for Ike to set the on-ball screen at the top of the key, and they're diving him right to the rim.
And they've had trouble making the 3 here in the second half, which you've highlighted. Down 3 with 41.8 to go. There's still a lot of time, which means the Zags don't necessarily have to go for a 3, even though they're down 3 right now. Gonzaga's made just 1 of their last 10 shots from the floor. 76-73 Washington.
If it's a rhythm 3, take it. If it's not, be aggressive, get to the basket.
Graham Ike's got 18 to lead the Zags. Nolan Hickman with 17 tonight. Here comes Ryan Nembhard.
Here's that. Watch Ike on the dive. And he
out of
fumbled
bounds. Washington ball.
That was a very difficult pass. And almost an uncertain pass from Nolan Hickman. Watch as he dives here. He sees it, hesitates, and then tries to throw it. There's no window there for the ball to really be delivered.
Jun-Suk Yeo checks in. Now the full court pressure. Gonzaga not fouling yet. And they lob it across to Brooks. And a foul will send Keon Brooks Jr. to the line. 23.5 seconds remain. Second on Jun-Suk Yeo. And 2 shots in the double bonus, and Keon Brooks Jr. is 4 for 4 from the line tonight. And again, the Zags, no timeouts.
We're 23.5 seconds away from a day of depth in the Pac-12. Utah beating BYU. Washington and Coach Hopkins getting a signature win if they are able to close this thing out.
Arizona with a huge win. One more for Brooks. Remains perfect at the line. Here comes Nembhard. Braden Huff launches a 3. And the rebound, Moses Wood. And a jump ball, arrow Gonzaga with 8.9 to go.
It's still a 2-possession game, right? So now on your out-of-bounds call, you want something either going to the hoop or a wide-open 3. That's your 2 options, right? But it's got to be extremely quick here.
8.9. Ryan Nembhard playing it in. Finds Watson in the corner. Forces up a 3. And the rebound, Keon Brooks Jr. grabs it. That'll do it. And for the first time in 5 years, the Huskies have knocked off a top 10 team in the 16-game winning streak over the Pac-12 for Gonzaga has come to an end across the state of Washington and Seattle. 78-73, Washington knocks off number 7 Gonzaga.
And they are storming the court here in Washington.